Hi, friend. I have a question for you. Isn't it so incredibly frustrating that people are finally starting to talk about us women over 50? For decades, all we heard about was weight loss. And now, what we see everywhere is perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, insulin resistance. And part of you thinks, finally, someone is paying attention. But then you listen, and something still feels off, whether it's the content, the advice, the experts. They are now so loud and it's become a massive cash cow for them. New products are popping up for us almost daily, targeted us at women over 50. Ads everywhere, reels everywhere, videos all over social media. And we need major discernment now more than ever because we're done being ignored and they know it. And there is so much noise around us, but we can't get them to agree on anything. Now, here's where it gets personal for me and for many of us. Most of the people talking about us have never lived through what we lived through. They have not walked through the kind of trauma that reshapes you. They have not survived the abuse, the devastating divorce, the loss that changes everything, the estrangement from your children that breaks your heart in ways you cannot even describe. There's no words for it. They're not over 50, let alone over 55. So even with all this new conversation, you still feel unseen. You still feel like they're talking about a version of you that does not quite exist. But I do understand because I have been there and I am here now as a woman who's 58, as a woman who has worked with women for 2 decades, as a woman who has done the trauma work, as a woman who works with women through their trauma and how to heal after the devastation of so much. And I want to talk to you and tell you exactly what is going on inside your body, because until you address this one thing and you are consistent with this one thing, and then you build everything else around it, nothing's going to change. And here's where it becomes even more frustrating to me because it's not just about your body, it's your life. You've already been through and put through more than most people will ever understand. You held things together when they should have fallen apart. You stayed when it cost you, and you left and it broke you. You lost things you were never supposed to lose, and now you finally have the space to focus on yourself. And your body won't cooperate. Not because you're not trying, but because everything you've been through is still living inside of you. And no one is talking about that part. And your body is still responding to a life it had to survive. And this is where everything starts to get misunderstood. Because right now, everyone is talking just about insulin resistance and our age group. And they are not wrong because that is a problem for us. But they are starting in the wrong place because you cannot fix insulin resistance in a body that has not first found internal stability. It doesn't work that way. And if you've been here with me, you know, we've talked about cortisol, what chronic stress does to a woman's body over time. But cortisol is not the full picture. It's our doorway, the doorway into understanding why your body is still holding on no matter what you do. So I need you to hear this clearly. This is not simply a food problem. It's not an exercise problem. And this is not simply a sleep problem. This is a whole body problem. Because when your body has lived through chronic stress for 10, 15, 20 years, it reorganizes itself around survival, not thriving, survival, which means your body is not asking you, how do I lose weight? It's actually asking you, am I safe yet? And until that answer becomes yes, your body will continue to hold on in survival mode. And I want you to really sit with this for a moment. You have not been failing. You have been fighting every single day in a body that has been carrying more than it was ever designed to carry alone. And that is not a discipline problem. That is a woman who needed support that she was never given. And God said it this way: renew your mind, rewire your thinking, because you cannot transform your life without transforming what is happening on the inside first. And that is not just spiritual wisdom, that is our biology. True transformation, friend, the kind that lasts, the kind that actually changes how your body functions, requires an internal systematic approach, not another supplement, not a better diet, and definitely not a harder workout. a complete shift how you understand what your body actually needs in this season. And here's the good news. When you begin to work with your body instead of against it, when internal stability starts to happen, everything begins to shift inside. Your hormones begin to regulate, inflammation begins to calm, the insulin resistance loop that has felt impossible to break starts to change. Not because you pushed harder, but because you finally started in the right place. That is what your body has been waiting for. So if you've been sitting there wondering why nothing is working, I want you to hear me. You're not behind. You are not broken. You have not run out of time. You have just been given the wrong starting point. And that changes today. And this is the work, not guessing, not trying everything, not starting over every other Monday, understanding your body and stabilizing your system and building from there. That exactly is what we do inside the inner healing journey method that I created. It's one path, one focus, one place to finally understand what your body has been asking. So if this is the first time something has actually made sense, start there because the link is in the description box right below. And before you go, if you know another woman who is still sitting in the place of frustration, would you please send this to her? Because she doesn't need more advice. She needs the right starting point. Subscribe if you want more conversations like this. And I want to just say to you, God bless you on your own inner healing journey. And I will see you in the next video.